We are live. Hey, everybody. Welcome
Yay.
to today's show. Hi, Farrah.
Hi, Wendy, how are you?
Good. I'm really good. So tell me, what time is it at your part of the world?
It is 6:01 a.m. here in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, and it is 7:01 p.m. here in Thailand. So
Oh,
isn't
wow.
that amazing? Isn't it
It
amazing
is.
that we are so
So
far
cool.
apart and yet, yeah, very
So
cool.
cool.
So, welcome everybody to today's Conscious Coaching Insights conversation, where we're going to have a conversation about our coaching practice and how we work with our clients and how we integrate conscious coaching into the way that we work. So, Farrah is your love coach. So, I can imagine that when you're working with your clients, that I don't mean this to sound rude, but I know what I'm like, that they can come with quite a bit of baggage out of previous relationships. I think that's how we would describe it back home in the UK, is a bit of baggage. So,
Yep. That's how we say it here too. A lot of baggage. You are correct.
what's some of the common baggage symptoms? I'm trying to think of a way to say it.
So some of the common baggage symptoms I see usually are they haven't fully let go of their past lover, whether it's, an ex-husband, an ex-boyfriend, maybe just a toxic relationship that you're thinking, well, why wouldn't you let go of that? But in some way, they are still kind of tiptoeing in that relationship. They keep dipping in and out of that pool, because they just fully won't let go. And when you don't fully let go, that is the biggest love block that will keep you from moving on and attracting your ideal partner.
How does it show up then? What's sort of playing out for them?
It will show up as confusion. So when the topic of dating or moving on or just even taking action seems very difficult or they hesitate to take action, it will show up in those type of ways. It'll also show up in this struggle within themselves of it'll feel like or sound like I'm not ready yet or I don't think, it's the right time. I have a lot going on. It's usually these typical excuses you hear. I have too much work to do. I'm not ready. It's not the right time. I haven't done it in a while. Well, all of these excuses start coming to the surface because it's like a protection for them not to fully let go of this past relationship, whatever it may be.
Yeah, I can completely understand that. There's many layers of experiences, hurt, heartbreak.
Yeah.
How how do you help them to consciously become aware of what's happening for them?
Oh, wow. So I usually like to ask the hard questions that really force you to look at yourself is really what happens. So I'll ask certain questions where you really you can't point the finger at anyone else, like the questions of, well, what is it that you want? Tell me what you want exactly. And if they get to like, well, see, it's kind of like I'm like, use direct language. Like if I'm God and I'm standing in front of you and I'm asking you, what do you want me to give you? Now's your opportunity to say it. And usually what happens is they either don't know what they want or they know what they want, but they're scared to profess it.
It's interesting, isn't it, that the a lot of the clients that I work with, when I ask them what they want the business to give them, they 9 times out of 10, they really don't know what they want the business to give them, because they're so wrapped up in the emotion, they're so wrapped up in the doing, they haven't really thought about, actually, what do I need the business to give me?
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like, if you don't have a place for things to go to, I guess it's that about being open enough to be able to receive. And if you're not open enough to receive, then it's that bit that you just said, exploring that. Well, what is it that you want? Okay, and if you don't know what you want, let's get together, let's figure it out and see what's possible.
That's absolutely true. Yeah, if that is the case for a lot of women that I talk to, they have no idea what they want. They're simply repeating what they think sounds good. Like, oh, I want to get married again, or I want to be married. Or they're repeating this idea or this picture that they've been, shown that if you have this, you will have a good life type scenario,
Yeah.
but it's not really what they want, so they can't articulate it, but they come in with this idea of, oh, if I just get this, everything will be fine.
Yeah, that reminds me of this is the unconscious stuff, isn't it? It reminds me of coaches who say, I want to make 6 figures, or I want to make 10K. And it's like, that to me is unconscious, and what they're hearing from other people, and they're just mirroring what other people are saying. Because when you say, well, actually, what's that going to give you? What's the benefit of that? Why do you want it? There's no answer.
Right.
There's nothing to pin it on. It's just a monetary value, which it comes back to that being able to open and receive, not just being able to open and receive financially, but what's it actually gonna do for you? What's it gonna give you? You just reminded me what you said of that, people mirroring other people in the coaching space. Of, I think why we see so many coaches that are saying, well, I can help you get 6 figures.
Yeah. It's just, I think that just kind of, even in love coaching or coaching for dating, it's the same thing. People just, they see something, they're like, oh, well, if I have that, it should be fine. That'll work for me. And my belief is, you are your own unique design, and what's for you can't be replicated from someone else, because that's for them, and I think that's the aspect that I try to approach with dating and creating this strategy for each of my clients, so that they have something that's unique to them and that's important to them, and that keeps them motivated, and that keeps them, even when they get the relationship, once they're in the relationship, to still have that motivation behind it, so that they keep nurturing and cultivating what they have attracted, so it grows and grows.
Love that. Do you find with your clients that they can be a bit hesitant, a bit frightened to really embrace who they are?
Definitely. The who you really are component is definitely something I focus on, because I feel like that is how you attract your reality, is by embracing that, or by disconnecting from it. So that is definitely a component that comes up. And I think for women, probably over the age of 40, have a more difficult time of kind of like veering back to that true self that's deep within, because they've been conditioned for so long to do all these things, like check all the boxes and make sure you have all the things intact, and surely you'll find the man of your dreams. But when that doesn't happen, they're like, okay, what's the problem? I've done everything. So now it's in my truest belief, I'm like, you're not being who you really are. Who you really are is not checking all the boxes.
Yeah, there was something that you just said about, how you create how you create your reality.
Yeah, I definitely believe that how you create your particular reality is based on being connected to the most inner part of yourself. I call that your true self, and allowing that to lead you to the things that really excite you and motivate you and stimulate you and bring you bliss. Those are the things that will show up in your reality and then create this life that you love and these adventures and experiences that you have always dreamed about. And your partner will come with when you do that.
I have a friend of mine, Nina, who was a client, and she is really good at manifesting. So she wrote out this whole list of things that she wanted for her partner that she could step into, and he just magically appeared. Literally, like,
it does feel like magic. It's not magic, but it feels that way.
yeah,
Yes.
she's happy. She's so
Yes.
happy. So happy.
Yes.
So in terms for yourself, in terms of the way that you work, how do you keep yourself present in the here and now? So you're conscious in the way that you work.
Oh, that's such a good question. I do a lot of meditation for myself, and I try to do this every day. Right now, I do it twice a day, and it's a great reminder to stay present. I also do a lot of journaling, and because I've been meditating for quite a while now, and I've practiced the art of mindfulness, I become aware of my thoughts so that I can, I guess, catch them and reframe them. So mindfulness is something I've been practicing for probably the last 4 years. And it's a great tool for staying present and staying aware of your emotions, your thoughts, the actions that you're taking based on thoughts. And it allows me to stay present in my coaching because I don't want my biases or my thoughts, I guess, interfering or stirring in with my clients, and vice versa. I don't want their thoughts and their feelings to stir in with mine. So staying present is something I really work on every day.
I love that, Farrah, the way you just said that either story doesn't interfere with one another, because it's very easy to do it either way.
It is. It's very easy because in a coaching client relationship, you become close with one another. You are exchanging stories and examples. And when you start building this relationship, my program is 90 days. So over the course of days, I'm really going to get to know them and become almost like friends. Like I become friends with a lot of my clients. And so it can get very easy to just exchange each other's thoughts and feelings. But I stay very aware that, what belongs to them is for them and what belongs to me is for me. And there's no need to depend or not depend, but there's no need to feel like I need to carry all of their feelings and thoughts and actions with me to be a good coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Completely with you on that one. What is the difference between meditation then and mindfulness?
So meditation is the act of kind of getting into observation mode. So you detach from your conscious self. You go to a place where you can sit, or you don't really have to be sitting, but just to a place where you kind of, I say, float above yourself. So you are detached from your physical body in a sense, where you can float above and observe your thoughts or what you're doing from a place of elevation, elevated thinking, feeling, kind of. Mindfulness, you stay grounded and you are actively doing whatever you do in your life. You're working, you're parenting, but you're doing it from a place of self-awareness. So you are actively being self-aware in the moment you're doing your life. You don't have to stop and take 20 minutes to create a space of peace and quiet and alone time to meditate. You do it. Mindfulness is doing it through your normal day-to-day activities.
Awesome. Very, very powerful, especially when combined together.
Absolutely. It is. I would highly recommend, if you're not into meditating, I would highly recommend trying mindfulness as a way to go about gaining more self-awareness and emotional intelligence.
Brilliant. How do you then bring mindfulness and meditation, or do you bring them into your practice with your clients?
I do. So I bring in both of them. For clients that come to me that are not aware of either, then I introduce them. And I use mindfulness with journaling. So I find journaling to be very therapeutic in a way to it's kind of like meditation, because you do set aside time, you are alone, you need to have no distractions, and you are in a place where you can see what's inside of you, because you're putting it on paper or you're typing it on your laptop in a Word document. So I kind of use it that way, as a bridge, using journaling to bridge mindfulness with meditation. And then as they become more acclimated, then I can introduce actual meditation of 3 to 5 minutes, not sitting in silence, but sitting alone at a time that is probably either right after waking up or right before bed, that we're going to focus on your thoughts and just detaching from the day, or creating thoughts before you start the day.
That's awesome. I love that. Because that's a proper conscious piece of work. That daily ritual of, okay, what am I saying to myself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I can imagine that you get some amazing results with clients working that way.
Yes, absolutely. I did a 30-day journaling program called Speak Your Truth and Call in Your Love. And every day was a journaling prompt. And it was only for 30 days. So for those 30 days, all you focused on was really setting intentions and then using mindfulness and meditation to create this space, this container for yourself where you could be vulnerable and share from within on paper, so that you could see what was really going on here when it comes to love and attraction and dating and all those types of things. And it created some amazing results in 30 days. There were women that had no idea what was really going on within them when it came to love. They had no idea what was blocking them until they did this exercise. And some were they found their confidence again going through these exercises and these journal prompts for 30 days. They were like, wow, I didn't know that I was doing this to myself, or I didn't know that I was creating these blocks for myself. So yeah, I am a true advocate of journaling, meditation, mindfulness. It works.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, the funny thing is, I only discovered it like a couple of years ago. I don't know what's taken me so long, but sometimes it's just that you can only hear it when you're ready to hear it, and before then it just doesn't even sneak into your reality. But once it's there, once it's in, and you wake up.
That's right. That's exactly how it feels. It feels like you have woken up and you're like, what have I missed? Like, what's been going on here since I've been sleeping? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I love that. Very, very powerful. Thank you for sharing that with us. I really appreciate your insight, and it is just so lovely to hear how you're working with your clients to open them up to new possibilities, a new reality, you know, and love. That's only going to make, and again, it's going to getting a bit mushy here, but it just makes the world a better place, a happier place.
It does. It does. If everyone focused on love, like, oh, could you imagine
Oh,
the state the world would be in if that's all we
oh,
focused on?
better than what it's in now, that's for sure.
Yes. Yes.
Let's not go down that road.
Yeah, I agree.
Farrah, how can people get a hold of you?
They can reach me on Facebook. I am at Farrah Blakely Love Coach. You can also reach me on my website at www.farrahblakely.com and on Instagram at FB_empowerment.
Fantastic. Thank you very, very much for
You're
your time
welcome.
today. It's very much appreciated. And I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.